Fire truck! Good day, everyone. Today, I decided to just get on my bike and go. Just cruise around a little bit. And I thought, why not take you guys with me? On a little bit of a Sunday cruise, pleasure cruise. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. It's my bad. I was gonna go green. I'm an idiot. Let's go by slowly, see what it is. Oh, it's an MG. Got a little elephant on the top. So, the other day I did like this vlog on riding motorcycles and listening to music and what my opinion on all of that was. And I'm neither for or against really, but the ironic thing about the video was I was listening to music whilst doing it, and I have my microphone in my helmet by my ear, because this helmet has space for speakers for like, which way are you going? Which has space for like speakers or like little earphones so that you can hear who you're talking to over the phone with Bluetooth, but I don't have any speakers in. And then I thought, let me put my microphone there because my helmet's quite noisy and there's a lot of wind, and that I thought was the place where there's the least wind, because it's like in a little socket, a little ear socket. It seems to be working okay, but I forgot that it was there, so I was listening to music and that came across on the mic. The mic picked it up, and I'm not sure if I can edit it out, but if I can't, then I suppose I'll do the video again some other time. But I just thought it was pretty funny. I was busy babbling like a douchebag, and all you hear, well, you hear me talking just fine, but in the background you hear it's like ching 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 ching, like softly, like whistling in the background. It's really annoying. So I decided not to do that video. We'll put it up. I'll make another one for you guys. If you're good and eat your vegetables, I'll show it to you. I like watching series on the interweb. No, on my computer. And when I start a series, it has the tendency to consume me, and in all my free time then I'll just watch that. But then I always hit like the proverbial iceberg when doing this, because I get so engaged in this particular series, whatever it is. This last one, which made me think of talking about it, was called Suits. I really enjoyed that. I believe season 3 is starting soon. So I watched season 1, I watched season 2, and then now there's no more episodes to watch. But I want to watch more episodes, and no other series will do, because now I have a suit-shaped hole in my heart that only more Suits can fill. And I have this with every series I watch. It was also Game of Thrones, that was another one. I was watching Game of Thrones ends, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I thought I was going to die. Same with books, actually. I read a good book, and then when it's over, I'm just like, holy shit, what am I going to do now? I have nothing to do. My life is over. And then reevaluate everything. Everything. A zoom, a zoom, a zoom. So my question is to you guys, do you guys ever have that, or do you have a solution to that? My solution is, it's very difficult though, but find a new series pronto to fill that gap. And then I find I have to push myself through the first couple of episodes before I actually start forgetting about the last series. And then, wow, she looked preggers. Or just had a weird belly. Ricky Yossor. And then kind of stick it through, but obviously it has to be a good series, and then it's difficult to find good series when you've watched them all. So my question is to you guys, what series do you like watching? Do you have any suggestions for me to watch? Right now I'm watching, I don't know, it's some Western. I'm not really convinced on it yet, but I'm giving it a fair chance. I don't actually have TV, so I just use the internet. Because TVs suck, and I hate commercials. Oh my god, commercials are so horrible. It's such a waste of my time. And they generally advertise stuff that I have no interest in. Which is really annoying. Let's go left. So that was one thing I wanted to talk about, really. Not really say much about it, but I really just hate finishing series and then just feeling lonely almost. It's like someone just broke up with you, but worse. So I'll be interested to see. Oh my god, Lamborghini! Here's a Rolls Royce. Your car's big, bro. What are you doing? It's not your right of way, buddy. The other thing I wanted to talk about was accidents. Accidents that I have been in. Is it red everywhere? I don't know. I have on my bike, not this one. This one is accident free. I think it's been dropped over by a previous owner, but my first two-wheel transportation device was not a motorbike, but was a scooter. It was a 250cc Eagle Wing, and I can't remember the model. It was some Chinese thing. And it's really, really handy to have a boot. Oh, here's another cool car. Don't know what that is. Might have been a kit car. Accidents. So it was this Chinese thing, and the rear wheel, when it was dry, the rear wheel would always lock up. Well, when I used to brake, the rear wheel would lock up quite badly, to the point that if you need a brake fairly quickly, then you'll just lock the brakes, you'll skid, and it's just a righteous kerfuffle. So, oh, here's another Lambo. Maybe it's the same Lambo. It's the same Lambo, one Lambo in a day. It's the different one, two Lambos in a day. Not too shabby, Nodge. What was I talking about? Accidents, yes. So, and it was generally not actually very stable to ride on. And then when it got wet, it was even worse. This thing would just go like that all the time. So like wiggle, like that. and in the wet. And then I was going, and I was actually being an idiot. I just started riding, like it must have been 2 months or something, and I did not have the fear of God in me, and I was squidding real bad. I was wearing slippers, a pair of board shorts, a t-shirt, and an open-faced helmet. And I was at a buddy's house, and it was like lightly, it had been raining quite heavily, and when I left it was lightly drizzling, but I had to get home I can't remember why. I got on, but now this was the first rain of the season. Now here in Johannesburg, when it's winter, it pretty much doesn't rain for, I don't know, 3-4 months or something like that. So there's a lot of oil that gathers up on the road surface, and everyone's waiting. We all kind of arrived at the same time. And then obviously because of the first rain, it was all lifted to the top. Now, and oil floats in water, as you all know. So everything was super slippery. Now, that was the first time I ever rode in wet conditions. And with a car, you don't really have to consider that much. That, you know, there's oil on the road and you be careful, it's slippery. Because it's less of an issue because you have more wheels, therefore more traction and blah blah. Science, lots of science. I did indicate. And I was going on, it was a 4-lane road, so 2-way going that way, 2-way going the other way. And all of a sudden my bike just started wiggling real bad, and then before I knew it, the bike was gone and I was on my ass sliding around, and literally on my ass, and I was going like this with my hands to push down to stop myself because it was in traffic time, and I was actually changing lanes into the other direction of traffic on my butt, just sliding towards cars, and cars were like hooting at me like as if I could steer and get out of their way. And I slid about, I don't know, no jokes, about 12 meters, 15 meters, I don't know. Before I came to a stop, my bike went in a complete different direction. But now the lucky thing was, the reason I wiped was because of the oil in the water, so it was like basically like aquaplaning. But then that very same reason caused me not to get injured, because I aquaplaned as well. So even the board shorts I had didn't even have any scratch marks. Well, actually, they had a tiny scratch mark. My ankle had a tiny little scab, and that was it. I was 100% okay. I was rattled. I had like adrenaline was like racing through me, but I was fine. My bike just had some scratches to it. Let's go right. I have no idea where I am. I roughly know, but so that was quite lucky, especially seeing that, oh, this is a dead end shit. Especially seeing as I didn't have any kit on. Let's go this way. So that was quite fortunate, but unfortunate at the same time, obviously. After that, I started, I didn't actually have proper motorcycle gear, but I got gloves, and I mostly wore a jacket. Now I bought a proper motorcycle jacket with pads in it and all that. And I'm fairly well protected. So that was the first accident. And after that, I was too scared to ride in the rain for a long time. And on that scooter, I never rode in the rain again. I just somehow managed to avoid it. And then I sold that thing because it was a piece of shit. And then I got myself a little 180cc Bajaj Pulsar, which is an Indian bike. It was fun. And what happened with that was I was on. Let's see. I was going in traffic, coming home from work, and I actually came home I was let off early from work, which doesn't happen all too often. It was a Friday. It was nice weather. I was wearing shorts, but I had my motorcycle jacket, my gloves, and because it was really hot, it was summertime, and obviously my helmet. And then I decided to take a slightly different route as well. And then some guy does an illegal maneuver, which was a U-turn, and he didn't look in his mirror, and he kind of U-turned into me, which caused... So he kind of went like that across me. Because of that, so like my whole leg got stuck in between the car and my bike, and then the bike fell, I fell, and we must have been going roughly, I think it was I thought you were going to talk to that person in that car. I must have been going 60, he must have been going 60. My leg, I could, at the time, I could walk on it just fine. I got like an adrenaline rush, and I just wanted to walk home, and people at the scene of the accident, because I was actually like 2 blocks away from my house, the people at the scene of the accident were like, no, you can't go anywhere, what's wrong with you, you need to go to hospital, get that leg of yours checked out. So that's what I ended up doing. This nice lady took me to hospital, and my leg checked out. And it turned out I had micro tears or tears in the muscle in several places, so I basically had to limp for not very long, and then I was fine. So I was again really lucky, because that could have gone a lot worse. And those are the only accidents I've had. That's nice. I like that. I love this turn. It gives me great pleasure. I think that concludes today's vlog. So I hope you guys have a yappity doodah of a day, night, morning, whatever time you're watching this at. Have a good time of that time of day, and a good time rest time of the day. Go well, go in peace.